at the stop sign waiting to cross the street, and a car pulled over, and he introduced himself as a TV producer, and he asked me to come in, and that's how I got The Flying Nun.
Wow.
And I didn't believe it for a second. I mean, what was so exceptional about this girl on the street?
Right, exactly.
That a producer stops his car when, listen, I've worked in entertainment. There are thousands of girls every day at auditioning to get into TV and movies. And what was so special about this girl that was just standing on the sidewalk with her mother? And if it's true, then she was definitely chosen for this role of being a movie star. So either explanation of her is strange. Either she's lying about how she got discovered, or it really did happen and she was always chosen. And I tend to think that the whole Mandela Effect, I'm not sure about timelines, but I actually just think that it's like literally just warps in the reality.
And that could be, yes.
Yeah, and I just think it's like that there's cracks and there's fissures in the reality, and some of us see things a little bit differently than others just based on where we're at and what we've experienced. But the Sally Field thing has bugged me for years now.
Now,
obviously, Interview with the Vampire is a big one.
I'm starting to think it was Sally Fields. It's starting to sound a little bit more recognizable to me, but you just said Sally Field. So
I know, I go back and forth. I mean, that's what she's identified by now.
I'm just not sure. Do you know who produced Steel Magnolias? What production company?
I can look it up online.
Was that Big Beach? Was that Big Beach? Because that's a friend of mine. I think it is.
So the other interesting.
Go ahead. Go on.
The other interesting thing is I've actually been to Versailles and I've been to the Louvre, and I created some Marie Antoinette artwork, and I actually sold one piece for $10,000, and then I have some other Marie Antoinette artwork, and I actually created a specific piece for a friend of mine who literally disappeared off the face of the earth, just went away, and I've been sitting with it wrapped up in a closet for a couple of years now. So I will contact you and I'll send you a picture of it. And if you're interested in it, I will mail it to you because I have some artwork that I've created that doesn't have a home.
Oh my God, I can't believe this, David. Oh, thank you. Please do. Radio show at ladyfontaine.com. I'm so excited. Thank you. Is this like, this is meant to be? This is totally meant to be. Oh my God. This is so wild.
It happens.
I know, but this is so wild. Thank you so much for calling in. Now, do you have any questions for me?
Well, no, not really. I mean, I'm in the weird place in my life. I have enough money. I've had enough wine. I've had enough sex. I've had enough movie stars. And I'm just kind of coasting and kind of figuring out why I'm here, and the whole world seems kind of, strange to me now. And I literally just happened to be on my computer, and I was doing a New York Times crossword puzzle online, went on Blog Talk, heard your show, and called in.
Oh my God, this is so meant to be. I don't know why or how, but it's meant to be. I'm so excited that you called in.
Thank you. Yeah, if you have any ideas about what I'm supposed to be doing in my world, I'll be happy to hear it. But yeah, I'm just kind of coasting. I'm kind of hiding out in my house, kind of by myself.
I actually do, but I plead the fifth. I'm sorry.
All right.
That's a new one.
I plead the fifth.
Do you care to go any deeper into that, or are you just going to drop it? Nice weather we're having today, right?
We're live streaming. We're live streaming on YouTube and Facebook, so we're laughing at each other here. Let me just scan your energy for a minute and see. But I really feel there's a reason why you just happened to be on your computer. You heard this show and you're calling in. I feel destiny at play. And I've got to say one thing, David. In my entire life as a psychic, and I've been a professional psychic for over 35 years, I've said to someone maybe 5 to 10 times that it's destiny, because I'm a ardent believer in free choice. And I very, very rarely see anything that feels like it. I mean, everything is meant to be because it happens, but truly destiny. And this one has that feel to me. It just does. I don't know yet how it's going to play out. I really don't. But it's somehow it is destiny. It truly is. But let me say to you right now, one thing that my guides are saying is you're really even though you've described, you've had enough of, money, sex, women, movie stars, all this other kind of stuff. You're in the right place. I mean, we know that you are, but you're actually doing the right thing right now. The way my guides are sort of showing it to me is you are in a reflective mode, and you are in a receptive mode, and you are in a place where you are going to get inspiration. I do feel there are more projects for you or more adventures for you. You're just not quite at that place yet. You're sort of at that place where you're waiting for that inspiration. I would say the inspiration is coming, and it's coming quickly towards you. I would say within the next 2 to 4 months, you're going to get inspiration. Okay. Now, you also, throughout, you're sitting here alone. Even though you said you've had enough of this and enough of that, I still feel in your energy, who wouldn't, want some sort of, companionship or friendship or whatever it is. And I feel blocks in your energy, kind of like the words that are coming to me is, like who wants to put that effort into it? But I feel it's going to glide into your life. It's not going to be like effort. It's just going to be meant to be. So there's something headed your way. And like I said, 2 to 4 months maximum. And you're going to know. You're just going to know.
All right. Cool.
All right,
so
thank you.
The producer was Ray Stark. I don't know what the company was, but she's listed as producer.
All right, yeah, no, that wasn't what I was thinking of then. I don't know him. Do you know him? Okay, thank you. All right, take care. Do you know him?
No, I don't know him personally, no.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I don't either. All right, thank you, David. It was a great call. Thanks for calling in.
Yeah, call back sometime.
Yeah, please do. All right, take care. All right, bye-bye. There's another one that I want to mention, and that's Skechers. Now, I could swear, and I only wear Skechers. I have Skechers boots. Oh, maybe I'm not allowed to say that. Am I allowed to say it? Are we going to get blocked now?
There's no royalty on the name.
All right. So
don't sing their theme song.
I wear Skechers sneakers, Skechers. I could take you into my closet. Everything is Skechers boxes. And I'm sure there's a T in it until I go into my closet. There's no T. It's Skechers. There's no T. But I remember in every time I buy Skechers, there is a T. But there's not. I have the boxes to prove it.
All right, well,
so that ties into Jim's theory of things.
I have my
doesn't explain chartreuse, and it doesn't explain mirror on the wall.
I do have my grand theory that I've been holding on to all night. And I just off to that.
What is it? Let's hear it.
A couple years ago, I saw a film, and there was a favorite scene of mine in the film. And I was looking forward to seeing it again because I had such a vivid recollection of what this scene was. And I couldn't wait to get to it because I was like, I can't wait to this particular scene. And it was completely different than the way I'd remembered it. So that sent me down a rabbit hole of self-reflection. I was like, how could I have been that wrong about a memory that I was so sure of? And for me, like, I was terrified at the thought that my memories were not a fixed medium. It wasn't a film in my head. And I did some research and I studied it, and it's like your memories, and your brain is not a fixed medium. Your brain's a big pile of goo. So when you put a memory into
that's what a brain is, a big pile of goo.
It's a big pile of goo. It's a bunch of mucus and, stuff up there. It's
and
not,
gray matter.
Yeah,
gray
it's
matter.
not it's not a CD. It's not digital. It's,
right. Thank God.
Yeah, you store memories based on your emotions, and there's a lot of things that will color your perception of an event. But how often do we say, I know what I saw. I know what I heard. And you say that so many times with such certainty, especially in anger. If somebody's hurt you, I know what I heard.
Right.
And
exactly.
It's like,
yes.
It is because we are so desperate for certainty that we can't recognize that our memories are not film. They are not exact. So your memories of everything, when you look back on them, some things you might remember specifically, and you can pull up a photograph or you can pull up a film and say, I remember this correctly. But more often than not, your memories are not, unless you have photographic memory, your memories are fluid. And I feel like people won't accept that because it's too terrifying to think, what if I didn't remember that right? What if I've held a grudge against this person my whole life because my memory is colored by my emotions, and that's not the way it happened. So I feel like with these Mandela effects, it more than a dimensional shift, it shows the way that we store and process information. And so I think we should talk to a neurologist about this and a memory expert to see, what is it about the way we remember things that is colored by our emotions and our perceptions and, how they come back differently or how they come back collectively the same way
That's
incorrectly for the timeline.
That's the problem.
Right?
Because until you said that, I buy in 100% of what you're saying, because based on your personal experiences, you will interpret things in various ways. You could say something to me, I could get offended, but you didn't mean anything. And I'm carrying a grudge for 30 years, 39 years, because I thought you said something that you didn't say.
Right.
But once you bring the collective consciousness into it,
that's
where I have a problem.
That's where there's something similar about our physiology that maybe that's it. Maybe there's something about our brain chemicals in this group of people that see Skechers with a T and these others that see it with a CH. It's like, it's just really fascinating to think about. But I think it's more about brain chemistry and science than it is about dimensional shift. And I do believe that
I want to find that out. Yeah. We're going to get a neurologist to come on. Jim, what were you going to say?
There's a guy named Charles Dennett who's been having for decades, been having a fight with Roger Primrose, who was the head of the math department at Oxford University. And Charles Dennett is a psychotherapist, psycholinguist, what do they call him? Whatever. He's a professor also, and he wrote a great book called Consciousness Explained, and a few books after that go more in depth. He talked about one thing I remember in particular was witnesses to an accident, and then when you start asking them colors of the car, their perceptions of the colors of the car or the colors that people were wearing and stuff like that will vary all over the place, and so there are real problems with our memory because it is so disturbed by so many other things. And it's hard for us to really be able to depend on them that much. I know people who have, what do you call them, total recall or
total recall and a photographic memory.
Photographic memory, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that combination is amazing.
I have an associate who also has that. And it's really frustrating because he can remember to the detail events that happened 15, 20 years ago.
His wife must love that.
Yeah, well, everybody loves it, believe me, including me. It felt like he had to get back at me for something that I did that I don't even remember, and I would have apologized if I had known.
That's where communication comes in. That's another show.
I know, but I had no idea there was a problem until...
But he should have communicated it to you.
I think so. But that's
right, I agree.
But
there's
a lot of research that's been done on just this question, and that's kind of what I was trying to lean on a little bit there when I was talking about the linguistics aspect, where we don't read words letter by letter, we read shapes of words, going across this. You know, we're not really remembering real details. We're remembering little pieces of how we remember it. And,
you know,
those things get flavored and colored. Go ahead.
You know, there was something that I saw yesterday on Facebook, and I'm actually going to dig it up, and because a friend of mine posted it, and it was a picture of like a bunch of different plates, and it said, you know, however you see it, had the plates, and I saw them upside down. It said once you find the one that's right side up, it changes. And as soon as I read those words, it changed,
it flipped,
and they were all right side up. But then they went back to being all down, and I could never get them back up again.
Right.
I could never. So I believe some of what you're saying is true, but it doesn't explain chartreuse. It doesn't explain the historical documentation of Nelson Mandela dying in the 1980s. And it doesn't, I could give you a newspaper article after newspaper article that refers to sex in the city and different things of that nature.
Well, sex in the city that works with what I'm saying, because you're not reading the words, you're hearing people talk about it, and you never even have to read it. You just see Sex City. That's it.
All right, I'll give you that one, but
sorry. We only got 30 seconds left.
This is a metal rock.
All right, we gotta go.
Go.
What a great show. What a fantastic topic. I really loved it. Thank you to all our listeners and viewers who called in tonight. Sorry for the ones we didn't get to. We definitely enjoyed hearing from you, and we loved your stories. We really appreciate you, especially the new callers tonight. It's always good to hear new voices on the show. So be sure to either follow us or like us on social media. And so you'll know our next show is Thursday, December 9th at 8 p.m. Our show will be
on... right? I think that's wrong.
I think that's wrong. I'm going to be out of town on the 9th. We'll update our Facebook page.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Our show will be on how to know if they are the right one for you with someone. Have you any suggestions for show topics? Please email us at the radio show at ladyfontaine.com with your suggestions, testimonials, or just to say hello. If we use your topic or suggestion, we will give you an automatically free 15-minute psychic reading with Lady Fontaine. Please visit Lady Fontaine at ladyfontaine.com. Jim at East West Healing Arts, and Facebook / East West Healing Arts. And that is it. Great to hear from everyone tonight. Excellent show. And we'll see you next time.
Another great show, thanks to our callers and wonderful listeners. Be sure to follow us here on Blog Talk Radio and on Facebook. Check back regularly for info on our next show here on Blog Talk Radio on Thursdays at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. If you miss a show or want to listen again, you can listen to the podcast anytime here or on iTunes. Signing off from all of us here on Eye on the Future. Blessings and